Alright, CB10, Lesley remix. She wasn't used to this. She wasn't used to this. She grew up thoughts of California love. Nia would disappear. Out here young when pops came back chum. Polly's lost again. The end felt like it was soon to come. Her mum out and about, sleeping around like she was on the run. Fear, accumulation, the humiliation. Her dad, he was mad and a lunatic. He taxed his savings on bets, abusing it. His head was thick, but so was his. She felt like she was losing it. The mirror on the wall showed her mum and Nick made her sick. Danger comes back quick when your life's such a risk, but she's the one who's choosing it, and that only God knows. It was these times she used to be out of home, fresh at the clubs, taking hook from folks in the unknown. Her friends are valley and partying, then she met this boy. The feeling brand new, he let her choose presence of her choice. It gave her comfort to darkness away and the noise. For the first time in her life, felt the guilt had a voice. Now the boy, West London boy, Kenny boy, an up-and-coming rapper. His daily duppy made hella noise. Revenue from shows, couple Balenciaga clothes, got so for him, more for her. Nitty shits, designer pairs. She loved it, not him. He loved her to the brim. She found his skin to get a tattoo of him. He said, never leave my side, I'm the only one for you. Baby girl, your light skin body shines, but trust I'm the truth. But she said that before, and it really ain't nothing new. As a baby head out the door, but the love he outgrew. The lifestyle of living out council flats was the only view. LA get paid, 5 women live life, swimming in booze. The men, they had connection to door like it was Bluetooth. She had to prove, to get to the top, she had to choose that she could live in the sea, or wolf the skies as a sheep. His slim waist, pretty face, man, she could lie with ease. Nia played with his insecurities, trigger ready to squeeze. A single floor, that's all she needed. She played with his peace. She wanted to see if the parties with him would increase, or the patterns would break and he lifted right to her peak. She's scheming in the old two skin revealing. Him man was performing while she's already dreaming of living with Tiger. Roddy Rich, she deceiving, manipulating in man's side line to these major beakers. It's crazy, but his DNA's embedded rooted in her soul. In her bed, her boyfriend snoozing while she on the phone. She wagged a Mercedes, then she asked him what they owe. Slowly the time she called them on my hoe, it felt like home. Him man stressing, she's hugging other men quite so bold. His ops visit to Rome and she's like an all they pose. She's waiting, a viper waiting for the cracks to grow, knowing that he's a volcano that's set about to blow. Our men all the same, she's about to know. On the certain day, the Kenny boy arrived back home. He's coming in, she's coming out. Baby, me and the girlies, this ladies not out, we wanna chill. These rappers invited us out for the thrill. The plaza, you know, LA, they say it's Beverly Hills. The tickets they got waved like a grand or close to a mill. Before stepping out, he grabbed it at the door. Before she even clocked her face, I stamped on the floor. Chills, she began to have some crazy thoughts. A hair, but her dad was demonic, his belt had much more. Them days she pled to Christ, but salvation can't be bought. She saw a knife, but she quickly had held that for. He said, you hoe, is that what you're on? I be grinding my ass for those who know you do is do me wrong. I don't lie, you want that life, then go ahead and kill a bun. Bang, I done had like the boy to the ground. The don wrinked his neck while Nia sneakily smiled. She asked the full day before to get hit at the house. She knew the Kenny boy would eventually burst out. This mogul had the ticket, she knew she'd be out of town. It's any and agony, but she knew she got rid of the clown. A test or a setup, go ahead and pick your guess. Both could be the answer, but that night she had regrets. But with it, flight already booked, she had the eyes to LAX. In fear, shook of men with these wits provided the best. She killed it off, envisioned some diamonds around her neck. Unsure what come next, but she knew she'd get ahead. She's with the mogul rappers, stepping in with face celebs. Foolish, when she arrived, they had it on the dress. She contracted her life away, not reading to full effect. Now a good fight, she tripped to the same as star celebs. If she didn't say in the fight, they could have it broken dead. She's forced to have sex, she's only did it with her ex, eluding herself. This is it, sniffing on crack, her meth, her heart in the dark, a mess. This life, many left depressed, so she did the same. Shattered clothes, walking in the streets ashamed, with hardly any truth to claim. The hobo in the sidewalk saw her eyes and could feel their pain. He said, my daughter, what drove you to become this insane? You find joy in solace playing this dangerous game. Multiple times I showed you life, but hissing you went through the fame. Does California look for you? Tell me, is it looking the same? She broke, she knew she had gone and lost it all. He hugged it, he stank, but she didn't care at all. She wasn't used to this. This is a different type of godly love. She looked up, his face radiates the man above. He vanished, and from this she steadily rose back up. Near side, she knew the truth had finally shown in love. And the last step was to follow when she began to walk. And the last step was to follow when she began to walk. And the last step was to follow when she began to walk. CB10 out. Thank you first for the Lord Almighty, our Savior, Jesus Christ.